It's Lynn with a brand new episode of Social Girl Live. Of course, I am the founder of $1 Million Party Girl. Today we have a hot topic. It's all about how to stop virtual fatigue and overwhelm. And I know a lot of you guys are feeling it. Our business has gone 100% virtual this year, and it really is taking its toll on a lot of our consultants and leaders in the direct selling industry who are running a 100% virtual business, right? While, running your family, maybe you're working full time, you're juggling all the balls in the air. So stick with me. We've got 3 solutions, but first it's time for my theme song. And we are back with my special guest today.
Hello. Yeah.
It's the opposite. Lori Girardi. Hey, Lori.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here with you. You're looking awesome, Lynn Bardowski.
Oh.
And I miss being able to just hug on you.
Oh, I miss you too. I'm living the hat life. Many of you know I went through chemo through the last 6 months, and I am officially in remission. Yay! So very excited about that, getting stronger every day, no longer doing chemo treatments. Whew, that is just like wonderful to feel good. And just ordered a new wig, so who knows what you'll see me in next. But for now, this is my fake ponytail, which is, my easy no-brainer way to look like a human being. So Laura and I were talking, for those of you that have never seen us together before, we've collaborated on a lot of training and speaking for direct selling companies. We've created the first Accelerated Growth Leadership Academy, Party Plan School, Live Stream School. And we were talking yesterday, and it's funny, Lori, because this was the subject that I sent to my mentoring community today before we even talked.
Oh, wow. So you know what? It proves the point that even when we're not talking every day, we kind of share one brain. But it's because you have the finger on the pulse of leaders and consultants in certain companies, and I do too. And what I think is so amazing about what we do is we get to collectively bring all that sort of like intelligence, the learning together to say, everyone's feeling the same thing. And while we're loving the success that companies and teams and full downlines are having because of our virtual world, it's like some of this success comes at a cost of stress. And in everything we do, we want to help people achieve more, but that more is also to be able to live the lifestyle you want others to be able to lead too. And stress-free is what we aim for. Simplicity, duplicatability, and a really positivity is really key here.
Yes. And it is overwhelming when you feel like you're plugged in 24/7. So we've got 3 great solutions for you, and stick around for the end because we have a brand new exciting announcement that I think you are all really going to love, something we're doing for the very first time. I see everybody's coming in. So I see you there, Tracy, Shalanda, Leslie, everybody's. Thank you for those of you that are wishing me congrats on my remission. Anne is here. And make sure if you are Jennifer, oh my gosh, Alexis, Priscilla, our peeps are here. This is like our tribe. We just like love all you guys. For the leaders that are watching and you're hearing this from your team, this would be a great free training to share with your team because we're going to have some really simple solutions that I think could solve all the problems. So let's get right to it. We don't want to waste your time. All right. So number 1, and you guys let us know how you're feeling right now. I asked that question before we got started. Tell us how you're feeling about running a virtual business. Is this something new for you and you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm behind and I have to learn how to do all these things? Is it something that you're just kind of jumping into, maybe you've already tried, or do you feel like you're rocking it, that this is how you were running your business already? So let us know how you're feeling, because we want to hear from you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
so first up, let's talk about our first tip that will really help you stop the scroll and reach more people. I like to say, if a tree falls in the forest, does anyone hear it? And so maybe not. And if you're feeling like, gosh, I've been going live, I've been doing these things that Lori and Lynn have been training me to do, but I don't feel like anybody's watching. So our first tip is going to be, don't go live alone. Invite somebody to go live with you. There is strength in numbers, right? You don't have to know all the things. That's the best part about that. And, Lori and I are actually modeling that right now. Our group team training here for you is modeling this in action, right, Lori?
Exactly. Well, and what I was going to say is, even if you do know all the things, like you're the leader of the biggest group and you're the one everyone turns to for the expertise, still don't go live alone all the time, because two reasons. One, it increases other people's skill set when you do it with them. It makes them feel stronger, but it's also more fun. So Lynn could have done this show by herself today, but it's more fun. Well, I'm going to just say it's more fun when I'm around, but it's more fun when we're together. There's like a magic that happens when you collaborate. And that's one of the things that we, as, independent folks who do lots of consulting, we often work alone, even though we're working with people. And it's always just so refreshing when we hop on a call or a Zoom and we're like, hey, let's do that together. It's almost like you become this like superpower where you have energy you didn't realize you had, and where you would have gone, nah, that was good enough. You're like, no, we can do it better, because you're doing it together. So for me, This is a huge one, simply because it makes everything feel more exciting, more interesting, more powerful, and the reach is greater. I mean, that's just period.
you pretty much pull on each other's energy. It fires you up. You're firing the other person up. But two people when people are scrolling, two people live gets more people to want to see what's going on, because let's face it, a lot of people are tapping into video marketing these days, and there's a lot of talking heads. Well, now we have two talking heads. That difference alone can not only save you time, but help you get more reach by more people wanting to know what's going on. It creates that curiosity. And when I say to go live with somebody else, Lori mentioned a team member if you're a leader. Well, there's a whole lot more people you could be going live with. You could go live with a host, with a customer, and when in doubt, go live with a family member. So it doesn't mean that it's to split screen like we have now. Maybe you have a family member, a daughter, a son, your spouse, your significant other, that you live with, your dog, doesn't matter. And one of my favorite viral videos, and you guys all saw this, was the news anchor that was broadcasting from his office, and the little 2-year-old toddler walks in. This was maybe 2 years ago. That's still kind of going around the internet, and it went viral. We all love to see it. And the mom was like pulling the baby out of the room, scrambling, right, with like another infant in tow. So don't be afraid to invite your family to be part of what you have going on. It's a lot less stressful to figure out how to be quiet and go live when you've got kids at home. Invite them to come with you, right? Make them part of it. And it's a family business when you're in direct selling, right? Let's face it. So make them a part of it. So it doesn't have to just be a team member. It could be that second person that adds more interest. And then as you're inviting somebody to go live with you, plan it and practice it. Practice makes perfect. You can do this both on mobile. You can invite somebody to go live with you, for those of you that didn't know, right on your phone, or doing what Lori and I love using, which is StreamYard, which really is an amazing broadcasting tool. And they do have a free kind of startup program too. So I do have the paid up version. In fact, we are going live right now on both YouTube. We're multicasting to 2 places at one time. So fun. Another way to save time, right? Like I'm doing all the things. I'm going live with somebody else, attracting more people to tune in and watch, and I'm broadcasting to 2 places at one time. So one way that I don't have to worry about creating content for all these places on social media, I can do them all at one time, both available from mobile or using StreamYard. And you can actually go live on your phone from StreamYard too. All right, Lori, you've got the next tip.
Yes.
I'm gonna toss it over.
Yes.
To you.
Whichever way, wherever I am. Yes. So we want to make sure. So number 2 is that we want to multiply your results and increase interaction. So interaction is not just because it leads to results, but interaction makes it way more fun for you as well, right? When people are interacting with what you're doing, it feels good. Now, I do want to start by saying if you're just getting started, do the work and then the interaction comes. So it might not be in that first video you do or the first post you do that you saw were magical in somebody else's virtual event. Consistency also leads to that. So I just want to point that out for those of you that might be brand new, because often with anything in social media, anything social selling wise, a lot of times people give up before they ever got the traction going. And there is a little bit of a learning curve. So our tip for this, our big point is don't party alone.
Never.
That sounds like a public service announcement for like teenagers or something.
Lori and I both did this when we were not doing virtual parties as well.
Yeah. And also, don't go live when the lawn mowing guys are around. So you might hear a little lawnmower guy in the background. They're not supposed to be here today. So we're just going to go with it. So what we want to make sure you're thinking about as you're trying to combat that virtual fatigue. So it's a great strategy, even when there's no fatigue going on. But we want to make sure that when you're doing your virtual parties, virtual events of any type, that you're inviting somebody to come along with you. So here's a very real application. You just enrolled a new consultant. Invite them into your virtual party, whatever that next virtual thing is that you have, so that they can be there as a guest participating and they can see it modeled for them. And here's a couple of reasons why. First of all, it's on-the-job training. So you're not taking time out of your work to train them. Secondly, you'll have somebody who will be eager to comment on everything and interact. And so they're going to help drive up that engagement interaction. And they already love what you do. So when you have a post that asks a question about how people know your product, are they an expert? Are they, do they use it every day? Are they brand new to it? Are they already a consultant? They're like, oh, I'm already one. I just joined last week and this is why, and I love it, and blah, all the things. And it gets people to say, oh, wait, maybe I want to do it too. So it helps you mentor other people. To me, whether it's virtual or in person, bringing somebody along, I never went anywhere to any party alone. And sometimes brought 2 and 3 or 3. 3 is the max I think I ever brought. And that was a little much. 2 was perfect. But in a virtual environment, certainly you could bring more than that. And then you want to give them action steps you want them to take. So help them understand what their role is there. So I want you to act like a guest. Don't be asking business questions along the way. Ask me those outside of that virtual party, but you want to give them what you want them to do. So for instance, let's say there's a post that isn't getting traction. Send them the link and say, hey, will you go on in there and comment and share that story you told me the other day? Or bring a co-consultant or leader in to one of your virtual parties. If you're trying to level up what you're doing, ask somebody who you respect and they respect you to say, hey, let's almost like party swap. I'll come watch yours, you come watch mine, and then let's debrief, see what each other does the same, see what each other does different, and be open to that constructive feedback. Like do that with a coachable spirit. Same idea. They'll be commenting, they'll be participating, and that will help increase your engagement, but they'll also give you valuable feedback because they have similar experience, and then they have different experience as well. I know Lynn and I do that all the time with things that we're doing, even if we're just writing something, some sort of a training. we'll send it to each other and be like, hey, what do you think? And we don't just go like, love it. We go, oh my gosh, love it. But here's the 3 things that I think differently. And then we debate about it. And that's where the magic happens. So that will help you battle the fatigue of like, especially if you're doing really, really well. Sometimes we say, well, I'm doing really well. I shouldn't really change anything. That's the point at which it's time to level up and go, how can I hone this, make it, a little bit easier, a little bit better, a little bit more duplicatable, add something, that adds a little spice to it to make it stay fun so you keep doing it. Because we tend to stop doing things when it's not fun anymore, even when those might be the things that are building our business. So this is a way to keep it fun. And then one of the things that Lynn and I 100% agree on, and we know it comes with a little bit more need for technology, is the idea of having multi-host events, like where they're in the same group together, multiple hosts, or with a tool like StreamYard, multi-host event, but they're in different groups because you can stream into more than one place at one time, but also team parties or team, let's call them recruiting events, opportunity events, where you're orchestrating that as the leader and having it be like a mega party. We both have seen some incredible, like mind-blowing results from helping leaders with large downlines or companies with, large downlines organize these mega events so that they can feature the people who are great on video, model the whole experience, and then grab in those sales in a short period of time. It's great for bookings, great for recruiting because people are feeling a part of a community from day one, and great for then, again, leveling up everybody's skill set because everyone goes away going, oh, I'm going to do that in my virtual parties from now on. I'm going to do that idea. Wow, I never thought about doing something that way because they're actually getting to experience it. Lynn and I we message each other late at night and when we're doing fun things like a mega event or something, we're like, oh my gosh, did you, we did this. Have you tried that? And it's so much fun to take all the things we've been teaching you guys for years and put them together into some different strategies. And that's one of the things that keeps the business fun. And keeping it fun helps you to combat that fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Lynn?
Well, that brings me to tip number 3, which is to save time by collaborating and delegating. As I said earlier, we are modeling that right now. And I have always used the power of collaboration and delegation in my business, actually launching my direct sales business in 1990 by collaborating with a small business owner who let me set up at the table at their venue. And I gave away a free prize and I booked 6 parties with their customers. I couldn't get any bookings on my own, so I didn't know anybody, but they knew a lot of people that book parties with me. And you can do the same thing today virtually. Now, how do you do that? Well, don't admin your group alone. Your group is really where you're making those connections and building that community. So first off, in your VIP group, I used to call them the mayor of my group. They were product addicts that loved the company, loved me, loved the product, and could not be more involved in that Facebook group. Answered everybody's questions. That's why I called them the mayor of the group. Well, yeah, make them the mayor. You can reach out to them. And it's almost, an honor. You're bringing them into your business and ask them if they would like to be a moderator. Make it of something valuable. Maybe even give them like some extra bonus, products that come out before anybody else does as almost, a payment for their service. But it makes them feel great. It makes them have more value and it saves you time. You don't have to run your group yourself. Now, in your team, this is where you can delegate and rise up the next generation of leaders. So you should not be the one posting every single day thinking about when am I going to post? How am I going to create this content? Everything from a motivational Monday quote, which could be delegated, to even brand new consultants, a great way to build their confidence, to a Tuesday tip, right? That could be a consultant or leader that is seeing a lot of success. It highlights them, makes them feel amazing, builds their confidence, and now they can see themselves being not your next leader, but the next leader that they want to be. So it's how you develop those skills. And then a great way to recognize your top host as well in your VIP group. Bring them into the fold, make that your elite host recognition, that maybe they get to kind of do a group takeover. We see this on social media, right? Somebody's taking over somebody's social media platform. Let your host do a group takeover, and she can share all the ways she's using your product. That would be super fun. And then a collaborative partner in your niche. And I've trained on this many times in your group, just like I love to bring in guest speakers for my Social Girl live show, which we are doing right now. As I said, we're modeling this for you in action. And you guys have seen many direct sales experts as guests, and consultants and leaders as guests on my show. So who can you invite to your show and make them part of your group or your Facebook page as a collaborative partner, somebody in your same industry, but not a, direct person that they could be doing business with, obviously. So for example, if you sell anything like hair clip related, invite a hairdresser, right? To share those hair tips, and then you can co-admin the group. All right. So.
All right, Lynn, we have a little visitor that I need you to block. I've been hiding the comments.
Oh,
but,
thank you. Thank you. I know the trolls.
I was no longer an admin, so I couldn't do that, but.
I will do that. The trolls have been a little bit crazy.
The trolls are crazy.
I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to get the hacker.
There you are.
I'm going to highlight Lori. She's going to share an exciting announcement. Are you guys ready? All right, Lori, take it away.
Awesome. All right. So as we said, we are combating the fatigue by collaborating with each other. So hopefully you've seen that today. What we did is we showed you how to stop the scroll to get more reach and do half the work by not going live alone. We did that here. We want to help you multiply your results and increase your interaction by not partying alone. And so we want to model that in a new special group that we've created. It's a free group, and we want to have you join into that group, request to join our new Facebook Party Secrets group, and then save the date. So what we're going to do in that group is model how to do a virtual party, but using the content that we teach. And we are going to help you with 10 tips to really crush your Facebook parties, not just this season, but beyond. And we're going to be digging into each of those tips over the days before the 18th, when we have our Facebook Live, let's call it our Facebook Live training. So we're going to share 5 of the tips leading up. So each day we'll have a new tip for you. And then when we go live on the 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern time, we will share the last 5 tips. So we want to make sure that you request into that group. It's called Facebook Party Secrets. Of course, it's because that's what Lynn's book is called. It all makes sense, right? So it's making sense of all the things. And then we are going to do that third tip we talked about today, collaborate and delegate. So we're sharing with each other the all of the content development for it, because that's what you do when you collaborate. And so it's super fun. When you request to join, you'll see that there are a couple questions there. That's how we're going to learn a little bit about you. And what we want you to do is we want you to grab the link to that group and share it with your teams. So in your team group, if you have a newsletter that goes out, or if you use something like Project Broadcast to text your team, or if you maybe have a messenger chat for your leaders or for your team at large, share the link. And in the group, we're going to share with you why that is so important. You've heard us train on it before, but sometimes we just hear the training and we don't hear the reasons why. And we're going to dig into those reasons inside the group because we want to help you in your virtual parties get a better results, get better reach, have more people in those parties really enjoying the time they're together. So, all right, yeah. Lynn, did you rub them out?
I got him. I know. And this has really been a problem lately. And so that's one of the reasons why Lori and I are shifting to groups from events on your business page, because in the last couple months, I've seen this happen a lot. We don't want it to happen to you, or God forbid, your party guests that are coming into a party, right? You guys are business people. You get it. You're reporting them. You're helping us. But not good for you if party guests are seeing that. So we're moving the party to a group for this special training. It's the first time Lori and I have done it this way. And we're doing it so that we can actually model for you, as Lori said, and really take you along the journey of what works when it comes to your virtual parties in a group. So it's going to be kind of a 2-for-1 there.
And you get 2 of us.
You get two for 1. It's totally complimentary. And as Lori said, if you want to invite your team, of course, why wouldn't you want to, right? To get these, to get a free training, and share the link, have them request to join, because we want to take you along the whole process. And we'll tell you more about it once you get to the party group. We don't want to give
them all the secrets
too much away. But it's going to be really fun. In the meantime, go ahead, start requesting. Everything we're going to do, we're doing with intention, because it's how we want to be teaching you what works and how you can do it too. So just follow it along.
When you're looking for that link, it's right in the description right above. So I know that I had to maximize the description. So I had to click the more button to get to see it. So Emmy, hey Emmy. I love seeing Emmy here. The link's right up there. So
yes,
so like we're bringing you into the fold, into all the things.
And you guys, you're smart. We'll obviously, go to the link, or you could just search. It's easy to search because it's the same as my book name, as Lori said, Facebook Party Secrets of a $1 Million Party Girl. Nobody else had that group name, as they should not.
Right.
Brianna's already helping. Look, she's putting the link in the comments. Thank you. You guys are great moderators.
Like the mayor. She's like the mayor that we talked
Brianna,
about.
We're going to delegate to you. Thank you guys for watching. We hope these tips help you decrease some of that virtual fatigue that honestly we're all feeling right now, and get rid of some of that overwhelm for all of you. So thanks. Absolutely. We will see you over. We'll be letting you into the party group soon, probably after the weekend. And so stay tuned for more. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate you.
I love you too.